World War II stands as one of the darkest chapters in human history, marked by the atrocities committed by the Nazis, who established an extensive and malevolent network of concentration camps across the territories they occupied. These camps became the epicenters of unimaginable suffering, with millions of innocent lives lost to genocide and systematic brutality. Auschwitz, a name etched in infamy, stood as the largest among these camps, witnessing an appalling death toll. However, it's crucial to acknowledge that alongside these notorious giants, there existed smaller camps, each with its own grim tale. The German invasion of new lands came not only with military aggression, but also a calculated strategy to instill fear among the civilian population. Nowhere is this more evident than in the historical landscape of the present-day Czech Republic. In the Czech Republic, terror was sown by organizations like the Gestapo, and one manifestation of this reign of fear was the establishment of a large prison within a town. This prison, known as the Small Fortress, became a crucible of brutality, overseen by SS Commandant SS Hampshire. Within its walls, a myriad of tragic stories unfolded, with numerous individuals meeting their demise through executions and unspeakable acts of violence. At the center of this grim narrative is Heinrich Jöckel, born on July 10, 1898, in Offenbach am Main. His journey through life took a dark turn as he became entwined with the Nazi Party in 1931, a response to the tumultuous times that Germany faced post-World War I. Hyperinflation and societal upheaval led many, including Jöckel, to find solace in extreme politics. Joining the SS in 1933, Jöckel's ascent through the ranks was notable, reaching the position of an Untersturmführer by November 1935. As World War II erupted, Jöckel was strategically kept away from direct combat, instead finding himself involved in the establishment of labor camps. The Nazi occupation of Czechoslovakia unfolded with the annexation of the Sudetenland in 1938, followed by the invasion of other regions and the creation of the Protectorate of Bohemia and Moravia. In this complex geopolitical landscape, Jöckel's role became pivotal. Sent to the Sudetenland in February 1939, Jöckel assumed command of an all-pro detachment, setting up labor camps. His success in this endeavor catapulted him to the role of a camp commandant of a concentration camp located in a former sugar refinery. This camp, part of a larger network that extended into Poland and Silesia, exemplified the Nazis' utilization of slave labor. Jöckel's visibility increased within the SS hierarchy, leading to his transfer to the Small Fortress in June 1940, a Gestapo prison that had operated before its transformation into a Nazi work camp known as Terezín. Even historical figures like Gavrilo Princip, the assassin who sparked World War I, found themselves imprisoned and succumbing to illness within these walls in the early days. Terezín, or terrorism as it was known, bore witness to the imprisonment of resistance members, communists and Jews. The camp's grim reality included overcrowded cells, appalling hygiene conditions, and rampant diseases like typhus. Jöckel, as the camp's commandant, played a central role in perpetuating the harsh treatment of prisoners. His denial of medical help, especially to Jewish inmates, and the assignment of grueling labor underscored the inhumanity that defined this period. As the tides of war turned against the Nazis in May 1945, Jöckel issued a final deadly order, condemning 53 prisoners to death by firing squad. With the Red Army closing in, he fled with his family, leaving behind a legacy of cruelty. Jöckel's escape, however, was short-lived as American counterintelligence services tracked him down within weeks. His arrest marked the beginning of a reckoning for the crimes committed under his command. Extradited to the Czechs on January 26, 1946, Jöckel, along with his wife and eldest daughter, found themselves imprisoned in the very camp where he had overseen atrocities. The tables had turned and justice was inching closer. Jöckel faced trial in a Czech courtroom where witnesses detailed the camp's horrors, recounting tales of mistreatment, torture, and executions that occurred under his watch. In the end, on October 26, 1946, Jöckel was brought to a small gallows close to the camp he once commanded. The execution was not marked by the sophisticated methods seen in some trials, but rather utilized a pole method. As the noose tightened around his neck, Jöckel met a swift and final end, with onlookers, including former prisoners, witnessing what they perceived as a sliver of justice. Heinrich Jöckel's story epitomizes the cruelty and inhumanity that characterized the Nazi regime during World War II. His role as a camp commandant, overseeing a network of suffering and death, serves as a chilling reminder of the profound consequences of unchecked power and ideological extremism. The execution of Jöckel stands as a symbolic moment in the pursuit of justice for the countless lives lost and the indelible scars left by one of humanity's darkest periods. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe our channel.